When the NBA was born, Dolph Schayes was one of the league's first stars. A skilled scorer and bruising rebounder, Schayes steered the Syracuse Nationals to 15 straight playoff appearances, winning it all in 1955. Schayes was the first player to score 15,000 career points.
I will say that he was really kind of a special player. Schayes, you had to guard him all over the court because he was capable of shooting from any place and being accurate.
Dolph Schayes is an interesting individual because I saw him play long before I met him. And I saw him play one game, and actually he had maybe broken his hand, his right hand shooting hand or something, but I had a cast on. He started shooting left-handed. But he was the first guy I saw big man shoot the ball from outside. He moved constantly on the floor, and it was a tremendous asset for Syracuse Nats. Dolph Schayes was well known around the league, was very, very tough to handle, very, very, very tough to defend against.
I'm still tired. I used to chase him around, and I'm telling you, he never stopped. That man had a motor that just would not stop.
When I talk about Dolph Schayes, I tell people he was the captain, coach, and the mentor for guys. And there might have been guys before him, and me and him sit down and talk about certain guys that he played against, like Will and Russell, and I'm like, I got to play against them guys too, but not in the same vein as he got to play against them guys, because when I was coming in the league, those guys was elite.
Dolph Schayes spent all 15 seasons with the same franchise. The first 14, they were known as the Syracuse Nationals. Then he moved with the team to Philadelphia as the 76ers. In terms of what he did on the floor, just how good was Dolph Schayes?
Well, he was one of the first big box office players of his era. First of all, the NBA really wasn't even the NBA when he broke in, but he was an exciting player. He had range to his jump shot. There was no three-point line or anything, but he still stretched his range as 20 feet. And the reason why he did that is because, number one, his shot went in, high arcing shot, but he also had a quick first step. You bring the defensive out to respect the shot. He can get to the rim quickly. He was the first player to score 15,000 points in the NBA.
Yeah, we're talking about one of the great scorers in the early days of the NBA.
Yeah, and what's really strange about him is that he broke his arm, his right arm, early in his career. So he had to compensate. He learned to shoot with his left arm. Now, this is the set shot days, but still, you needed that arm to sort of anchor. And he became one of the best scorers of his era, of that decade, and that's why he's on the All-NBA 75 team.
Shades of Kobe Bryant a little bit. Remember when he hurt his thumb on his right hand, all of a sudden started shooting left-handed. Who knew? Dolph Schayes was way ahead of his time in that regard. Also, a pretty good lineage for Dolph Schayes. His son, Danny Schayes, played 18 seasons in the NBA.
When he had his 80th birthday, the NBA, we did a big family party, and the NBA sent like a highlight reel, like a memory reel. And we played it on, and we put it on, and we're watching it. This is before, when it just showed up. And they had a clip of one of the old Converse reels with Marty Glickman. If you remember back in the day, they used to do these great, kind of feature sports films. And Marty Glickman talking about, here we are in the Boston Garden for the first All-Star game.
The ball goes to East, wearing the white jerseys, and they go to work, but fast. In the corner, Dolph Schayes shooting, and the Easterners lead 2-0.
We went, was that the first basket in All-Star history? We played it back. I'm like, oh my God, that was the first basket, and I never knew that. So I go, Dad, come here, you just scored the first basket in All-Star history. He goes, I did? He didn't even know. It just was like a thing, and they just happened to send a clip of that play, which was the opening tip of the first All-Star game.